Hi, I am Miss Susie, and it's great to have you today. Today's video is for grown-ups. So I've been posting videos on YouTube for children. There's 30 YouTube videos to practice learning English. And today's video is for the grown-ups. I want to explain some of the ideas that I have about how you can help your children learning English at home. So I hope that you enjoy this video and that it's a help to you. Children can really enjoy learning and practicing, and this can be a fun time for you to have with your children. So I want to tell you about who I am. I live in Hong Kong, and I've been a teacher for over 15 years. I have 2 degrees in education. So I have my bachelor's degree and my master's degree, and I've been teaching children, sometimes adults. I've been teaching music and early childhood and English. So I really enjoy teaching, and I also enjoy getting to talk with parents about how they can help their children to learn at home as well. So I want to share those ideas today. I've studied children and watched how they learn their native language, and also watched how they learn music. And my daughters and I are actually in the process of learning a second language. So I can see how language learning works, and I'm excited to share some ideas with you. My 7-year-old daughter, Ariana, is on the videos helping me, and also my 4-year-old daughter, Elise. So I really have had fun doing the videos and sharing them with you. The ideas today will help you to teach your children and just help you to create a positive learning atmosphere in your home. And sometimes when things are busy, it can be difficult to do, but some of these ideas I hope can be a help and encouragement to you. When we're engaging with our children, they really are able to learn things in a deeper way and even more quickly than when they're just trying to watch videos or read a book or do something on their own. So they really enjoy the time with you. I know that's true of my daughters when I take the time to spend with them. Then we can also create a special bond and have a really good learning experience together. It's great for children to learn English. All over the world, children learn English, and when I talk with children here in Hong Kong, maybe they're 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 6, some children are very excited to practice English with me. But other children are more shy and are not confident to practice English, even if they do understand and know quite a bit. So I hope these videos can help all English speakers, whether the learners are very confident or whether they are very shy. I hope that these videos can help them to interact with me on the videos, answer questions, talk with me, to turn to their grown-ups and talk with them and share ideas, answer questions, ask their grown-ups questions. So I hope that this can help them to become more confident in their English speaking. It's very valuable for the children to be able to speak in person with someone. So even if it's not in English, even if they're just practicing some of these same conversations in their native language, even if it's only a little bit of English that they practice each day, it's very beneficial for them to practice speaking. I don't know very much Cantonese, but when I use maybe a couple words to talk to a small child, a couple Cantonese words, then they think that I can understand, and they'll start talking and sharing a lot of things in Cantonese. And even though I don't understand everything, I can listen, I can watch their hands, I can watch their face and their bodies, and I can understand a lot of what they're telling me, and I can smile, and they can keep sharing with me. And you can do the same thing with your children. Maybe you do not know very much English, but you could practice saying a few things to them and responding to them with a few English words, and that can be enough to help them get excited and ready to use English to speak with you too. So you don't have to know a lot of English, and you don't have to speak English perfectly to give your child the chance to practice speaking English. You can show your interest and excitement when they speak English and tell them how proud you are of them speaking to you in English. And you can even ask them to help you to learn. I do that with my daughters so that they can help me to learn Cantonese. I tell them how proud I am of how they are learning and ask them to help me pronounce things better or to learn new vocabulary or to correct me on some things too. So that can make it really fun and engaging for them. If you do know English, don't be shy to use it with your child. You probably know more than they do, and even if not, it's okay. You can use what you can and ask them to help you, and you can help them just to be able to practice. Children can learn a lot when they are teaching you even. Your confidence in speaking will really help your children. If they can hear you speaking confidently with them, they will speak confidently with you. And when they meet other English speakers, they will speak confidently with them, and they can learn even more from other English speakers too. So you will help them so much by speaking English with them. And even if you're not sure if it's always correct, don't worry, it's okay. It won't hurt them, it will only help them. So you can enjoy doing this along with them. When we speak with children, we do not need to use baby talk. We can just speak normally, and we don't need to use a limited vocabulary of just the words that they know. We can use more words, and that can actually help them to learn new ideas and to learn new words. When we speak in full sentences or read stories that have ideas and vocabulary that they don't know yet, they can actually start to learn by listening to the words around in the sentence. They can start to learn these new ideas. Speak to your children like they are intelligent, because they are. And when you speak to them like an adult, like a grown-up, and use normal speech, they can really learn a lot from you. This is actually how everyone learns their first language too. When you're a baby and you're not speaking yet, you're just listening and hearing everything going on around, and you're learning a lot of vocabulary, you're learning a lot of how to form a sentence by just listening. And that's a great way to learn, just by listening to the language in everyday life. In my YouTube videos, I speak to the children normally and with vocabulary that maybe they don't know yet, and that's okay. They can listen. Sometimes I'll repeat things in different videos. They can learn new vocabulary when they listen to the sentence and the ideas around that word. Don't worry if the children don't understand everything. Show children how to listen and pay attention even when they don't understand everything, and that will help them to be a very good learner in school and in language. Children can listen to you reading stories. They can actually find stories online that people record, and they can listen to those too. Children also enjoy watching TV shows in English or listening to songs in English, and these can all be great ways just to hear everyday English and to hear more of the language. In the videos, I'm teaching basic phonics. So I'm teaching children the sounds that the letters make, the consonants, and also the vowels. And for the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, I teach the short sound, A, E, A. And towards the end, I teach the long sounds, A, E, I, O, U. And we use the vowels, we use the consonants, we blend them together so that they say B, A, Ba, and they put the sounds together so that they can learn how to make initial sounds when they're reading the words. So that's what we did in the phonics time. And phonics, that's just the basics for phonics. On top, in addition to learning the sounds for each letter and the short sounds and the long sounds for the vowels, there are 132 vowel sounds. You can find these online, and sometimes you can find them with pictures along with it to help you to learn the special sounds. And learning the special sounds is great to help the children to learn to read and to help them with correct pronunciation and to help them with spelling. So all of these things can help them. So the basic phonics that we begin in these 30 YouTube videos, you can go and continue teaching them phonics by teaching them the special sounds. Children who can keep practicing these special sounds and learning them very well, maybe by the time they're 8 years old, with much practice, they can become very, very good readers and sound out any word, and that's very exciting. For the vocab, I used vocab that would use our vowels that have the short sound. So I used words that would help them to remember and learn the short sounds. I did not use pictures for the vocabulary. If you want to teach your children more vocabulary words, you could use a picture dictionary. You could buy a picture dictionary like this one. This is for golden books. Or this one is very basic and easy. It just has picture with the noun, or sometimes they can do it with a verb. Picture with the word to show the children what the word is in a picture. And this one is a bit old, but it's a very good one, Charlie Brown Dictionary. And this one doesn't have as many pictures, but it has sentences. So this is good for older students that are learning and wanting to learn more vocabulary. So you could find a book that has children's picture dictionary, or you could even just find a website that you can look at the pictures and look at the words online, and the children can learn a lot more vocabulary that way. So in the video, we were learning phonics to help them prepare them for reading, and we also practiced the sounds. I wanted to make sure the children can make good sounds of the vowels and of the consonants. So the words that we chose, we practiced echoing them. We didn't always tell the children what the words mean because that was not important for the lesson. We want them to learn how to make the sounds and learn how to listen and hear those sounds in words. So that is how we did the phonics time and used the sounds in the videos. It's great for the children to be able to copy the correct sound. So listening, helping them to learn to listen, and helping them to learn to copy the correct sound. And that's a great way to do it. When you are teaching them or when they're practicing English, the children do not always do everything correctly. And that's okay. If we always stop them and correct them, it can make it so that they're not confident to try to speak English. So we do not always want to stop them and correct them. Let them speak. It's okay. They'll keep learning, and the more that they can practice and speak, then the better that they will do. But when it is a good time to teach them something and to correct them, then a good way to teach them is to, when they say it incorrectly, is to repeat it incorrectly. If they say it incorrectly, then I say it incorrectly, the same way they did. And then after saying it incorrectly, they can hear it, how they sounded, pause, smile, and then say it correctly. So then they can hear the incorrect way and the correct way. They can hear the difference, and then they can hear the correct way. Next, go ahead and ask them, can you echo me? Can you repeat after me? And say the word correctly, and let them repeat it. Then praise them for repeating it. Praise them for echoing. Even if they didn't do it correctly, you don't have to use your words to tell them how they did it incorrectly. Instead, just try again. Say it again. Let them echo again. And say that they did a great job echoing. Even if they did not do it correctly, they echoed, and it was good that they echoed. So you always want them to be willing to keep speaking with you and to keep trying and trying to make the correct sound. So that's very good. They will improve in time, not just one day. Over time, they'll keep trying these different things, and it will get better, and they will learn. And this will be a very positive way for them to learn. When children learn languages, they learn by just listening to stories. They learn by having conversations, and you can do these things with your children, and it can be a lot of fun. It can be really neat to see how much they learn and grow over time. So you can read also in your native language. So not just English books and English stories, but also read good stories in your language. It's good for them. They can learn how to listen and how to learn a language in their native language as well. So you can find good stories in your language. You can also sing with them in your language, and talk with them, have conversations with them, and that will actually help their language learning for learning English as well. So you can enjoy that time and enjoy that way with them. At school, and here in Hong Kong, the children have not been in school lately because of the coronavirus. But when the children are at school, they interact with the teachers quite a lot. The teachers talk with them, they answer the teachers, also with other children and other students. And children enjoy doing this. Most children enjoy interacting with others at school. And the children enjoy interacting at home too. When they're home with us during the day, they also enjoy talking with us. So sometimes when children are having a tough time, when my daughters are having a difficult time during the day, sometimes if I come and engage with them and talk with them and maybe do an activity with them, play a game with them, or just read a quick story with them, even if it's only 10 minutes or 30 minutes, sometimes that can really help their day and give them a nice positive time. And it can be a nice break for us grown-ups as well to get to spend time with them. It can become a really valuable and treasured part of our day when we can do this with our children. Joyful interactions really help children to enjoy life. We all want to enjoy life, to enjoy relationships, and to enjoy learning. So being joyful with them and enjoying them when they're home with us is a really great thing. And sometimes when we're busy, it can be easy to forget, or it can be difficult to take the time to do these things, but it can be very helpful, and we can enjoy that too. Even if it's just a short break from our work, we can enjoy that time with our children, looking at them in their face, talking with them, laughing with them, using a kind voice, and having a pleasant face when we talk with our children. And that can be really great just to help us to bond with them and to learn to be attentive to them as well. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember to listen to what my girls are saying and to listen to what they have to share with me. Sometimes it's great to just go and watch what they're doing and look at their creation and praise them for that. We can make them feel special, and we can spend special time with them. And when we share time with them, it's more special to them than any toy they could play with or any electronic device they can use and watch. So even if it's a few moments, to share those with them. The child may not always act the way we want them to act, certainly, but we can always choose to share our love and to share our time with our children. Listening to them, singing with them, looking at what they're doing. Exercising with them can be great too, even if it's just a few minutes of jumping up and down or doing a little dance together, playing games together and laughing together.